Oh, yeah. What up? What up, JT? Are you with me?
Oh, I'm with you always, baby.
Let's get this setting off. What's up, everybody? Your boy Eman from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast, and we're live again and with another Throwdown episode. And always, of course, alongside my homie, my co-host.
It's your boy JT, as always, representing TSF and FSC. And this week, we're doing something a little bit different. So my main man, E-Man, he's got some traveling he's got to do. So we're still going to keep our normal Thursday spot, but we're recording it a little bit early. And for all of those people who are over here representing on Rumble, you get to see this thing live tonight. YouTubers, you got to wait a couple days, but we're coming for you as well.
Everybody's going to get their piece, baby. Nobody here goes home hungry. Some of them may eat early, some may eat late, but everybody's going to go home full. And of course, week after week, I always leave full, baby, because your boy is the old-time game winner here, all right, in the short term of the show. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? So, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, get your popcorn ready because it is time for the throwdown. And of course, before we get started with this great show, and we got a lot of bangers for you today, do us a favor, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notifications so like that you don't miss any of the episodes, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Also, go to our sponsor, Underdog, our fantasy, download the app. Please use our code Throwdown, and we're going to throw it down and double up that one up to $100 deposit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, without further ado, British lady, put down the crack pipe for backstage.
Your queen has arrived. Acknowledge me. Minnesota Vikings running back Dalvin Cook may end up released before the draft next week, kind of like you two idiots. If the Vikings let him go, where is his best landing spot? And if the answer is not America's team, the Miami Dolphins, get ready for a loss.
I think my nose is a little brown here, but I'm going to take this one first. Honestly, I do think it's going to be the self-proclaimed new America's team, the right fit and the right ticket for Dalvin Cook. I mean, Miami's field right now fielded the sixth best offensive in the NFL in terms of yards per game, and that's with Tua being hobbled pretty much a lot of the season. However, Miami did struggle to run the ball, only averaging about 99.2 yards per game, was 25th in the league, I'm sorry. But Cook, alongside, he will fit perfect with that backfield of Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert. That has a nice ring to it, right? You know, because we know there's a little problem with Cook as usually his availability. He gets injured on and off, but I think with these three-headed monster running back, it's going to be awesome for the Dolphins, and they get their guy. The Dolphins head coach, Mike McDaniel, who came from one of the best running schemes offense in the history of the game, the San Francisco 49er, who learned from the best in Kyle Shanahan. It's the right coach to create some insane backfield formations for Cook. So it also will give Tua a lot of the relief by not having to drop back as much in the passing game and keep him getting hit so much and, get all messed up with more concussions. So I think America's team, the self-proclaimed new America's team, it will be the right fit for Dalvin Cook.
Okay. Elio, I know it's already getting hot out there in Florida, but I swear you've just been like tanning just your nose because it's like so brown right now. Like you got that nose shoved so far up the British lady's ass, pandering to America's team. But let's be real here. The best fits with the Minnesota Vikings, and I brought the hat for it. But if I'm forced to choose a different team, I'm going to keep it in the AFC East. To me, the perfect fit, the match made in heaven, it's the Buffalo Bills. Over the last 12 games of the season last year, Josh Allen was just giving the ball away like crazy, 17 turnovers during that time. The man takes on a lot. And, he's one of the best players in the NFL, but that offense is going to be much better suited if they have that running back, that true bell cow that can go out there and really eat in that offense. So it did lead to their premature departure. The Buffalo Bills were the favorite to win that division. And in a lot of eyes, they were the favorite to win the AFC last year. You add a force like Dalvin Cook onto this team and watch the hell out. They did sign Damian Harris, but anybody who watches the AFC East knows nobody's worried about Damian Harris. Where I think this is really a match made in heaven is the incumbent starter, James Cook. Hey, who better to learn from than big brother Dalvin? And then you also have the pre-existing relationship with him and Stephon Diggs, who, things have been a little bit rocky. So you plug Dalvin Cook in there, and I think that the Buffalo Bills are right up there with the Kansas City Chiefs as far as the best offense in the AFC. So I probably lost this one because we know about America's team, but British lady, what you got?
Point, Eman.
Jordan, you look like a fucking Swedish milkmaid with that hat on and those ponytails, dude. I don't know how hot it is in Arkansas right now, but you probably make some money in the corner, man. Just wear that outfit to the next bondage.
Point, Eman.
Hey, man, as long as I'm scoring, that's all that matters, right?
One way or the other, right?
Yeah. All right, British lady, bring us in for round two. Let's try to be a little more fair on this one.
The NBA has fined that snake in the grass Mark Cuban $750,000 for tanking at the end of the season. Pretty much like you two bums do at the end of this show. Does the crime fit the punishment for the twit, Mr. Cuban?
Man, I feel like this is kind of like the NBA and the Dallas Mavericks tonight. This is like a total witch hunt against me, man. It's just everybody's coming at me just like the NBA just keeps coming at the Mavericks. Are you kidding me? We're going to fine Mark Cuban $750,000, which, by the way, the man wipes his ass with $750,000. And not only did he pay that, he also donated another $750 to charity because that's the kind of badass that he is. But come on. How are you going to give anybody any kind of punishment for tanking? Are you serious? Half of the damn league is tanking 24/7. Why don't you find the Spurs? Why don't you find the Philadelphia 76ers who tank for 5 fucking years and made their slogan all about tanking? Trust the process, trust the tank, right? Come on, get out of here and listen. I get it, man. I'm the biggest Luka fan in the world, and I've said it, man. He really needs to stop bitching at the refs. He needs to stop complaining so much. But the reason he does it, man, is because this league is out to get that man. He doesn't get the calls of other superstars. And yeah, man, he needs to get back. Again, I get it, but come on. How are you going to find any team for tanking when half of the damn league is doing it on a consistent basis?
750K is mice nuts for Mark Cuban's account, right? He probably made that money on his first on a deal right after on Shark Tank after he taped that episode after he got fined, right? And the funny thing is that it's not the first time Cuban has been, fined for this kind of shit. Back in 2018, there was a fine for $600,000 for publicly admitting that the Mavericks were tanking. And in 2017, he admitted that Dallas did everything possible to lose the game, also eliminated from the playoffs. Look, $750K, it's a bargain for the Dallas Mavericks to improve their chances of keeping its first round pick in this year's draft. All right. This is the kind of bullshit that would never would have flown under David Stern. All right. This only happens on the fucking, Adam Silver, Nosferatu looking motherflower. All right, dude. Rest in peace to the GOAT, David Stern. All right. Because it would never happen. David Stern would have had Mark Cuban's nuts on the frying pan. All right. Fucking stewing his ass and probably would have taken a first round pick and the next couple of picks after that. But, it's Adam Silver's NBA, man. It's all soft and shit. And, Mark Cuban has a lot of money. He brings a lot of the ratings. So it is what it is. So the fine was a joke, all right, by the NBA. And Mark Cuban is matching the NBA, like you said, is matching the NBA's fine just for the freaking donation. Again, mice nuts, slapping the wrist is all a fucking joke. When he was going to do this, Adam Silver is soft. Nothing's going to happen. Mark Cuban made that money as soon as he left. As soon as he got up from his feet, made a phone call, and Barbara from Shark Tank or the other dude signed somebody there for 10% and 30% ownership and for $20,000 some bullshit. $7K made in a matter of 30 minutes. It was slapping the wrist. It's a fucking joke.
Point, Eman.
Damn, baby.
The fix is in, bro. The fix is in, and this is some bull stuff. I'm calling it right now. What is going on? The fix is in here, just like I have a feeling the fix is going to be in against my Dallas Mavericks in the NBA draft. Watch, Elio. The ping pong balls, that total random fucking spot watch, they're going to get that 11th pick and going to have to convey it to the Knicks. Just watch. It's coming.
It is going to happen, man. We're going to get that pick. But before we move on to the next topic, JT, let's hear a word from our sponsors at Underdog, baby. Let's pay some bills.
Underdog Fantasy is here to save your post-fantasy football season blues. The easiest place to play and win with the Underdog Fantasy app. Get up to 20 times your money in a single night with our Pick'em contests. Grab some insurance when setting your picks and win even when one pick fails. Go online now and use the promo code Throwdown to double your deposit up to $100. Sit gingerbread, good girl.
All right, before we move on, again, go to Underdog Fantasy, download the app. We're going to throw down $100 if you use our code Throwdown. Double it up to a $100 deposit, okay? Use code Throwdown. Without further ado.
Hey, Mark Cuban, real quick. I know you're listening. Go to Throwdown or go to Underdog right now. Throw down $100. It'll help on that 750K5, brother.
Oh, man, listen, dude. Honestly, man, Mark Cuban is making money when he's taking a shit in the fucking bathroom. All right, bro. This guy is like, he's actually an individual that I wish I had, like, what, 10% of his net worth, man. I'm retired today.
I wish I had 1% of his net
fucking
worth. What are you talking
half
about?
of a percent of his net worth, British lady, what is next?
The Philadelphia Eagles have reset the market, giving superstar quarterback Jalen Hurts $51 million per year. Did the Eagles overpay, or was it too cheesy for the organization to eat? And no, Eman, it's not time for you to eat yet.
That's right, Elio. It ain't time for you to eat. Time for me to eat.
She is definitely eating something in the back of the fucking studio here, man, because she is not functioning well today. I don't know who she's hanging out with in the cast there, but British lady is definitely went out of town last night, bro, and it wasn't pretty because she's struggling this morning. I mean, this evening. It's way too late. You want me to go first on this one?
Yeah, you take.
I'll take this one. All right. Look, it's a good move by the Eagles. Of course, you got to lock his ass down. Look at the problems that Lamar is having with the Ravens, right? They don't want to get to there, right? They know that Lamar is a fucking shit show, right? So what do? You know what? Before this gets ugly, let's go ahead and offer this gentleman the highest per year deal, right? He's making $51 million a year if he serves a lifetime of the contract, right? For $255. Now, I think they're guaranteeing him the second most money at $179 million after, I believe, after Deshaun Watson, which, again, the shit show deal of the century, which is Deshaun Watson. So they're trying to avoid as much as Lamar they can. They got money in the cap. They lost a lot of people that didn't resign. They're able to do it. I mean, yeah, he is your guy. You gotta secure the guy who has improved year over year. I mean, this guy is a warrior, right? Second round pick, wins the job from Carson Wentz. I mean, last year had an MVP season, year after year, a back-to-back 3,000-yard season. This year he threw for 22 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. I mean, he ran for another 13 touchdowns, had 760 rushing yards, back-to-back over 700 rushing yards for a quarterback, 10 touchdowns the previous season, 13 this year. Those are numbers you don't fuck around, you don't sleep on, you guarantee it, especially a guy that every year kept getting better and better, and the team was more and more successful. Look, he barely won the Super Bowl. It was such a marginal victory for the Chiefs. This could have gone either way. He could have gone 250 guaranteed if he would have won the Super Bowl. I'll tell you that much. So, yes, you have to lock the guy down that has made your team successful because, look, after that shit show of Carson Wentz and giving him all that money and then barely playing, dude, this guy rescued that franchise from that embarrassment of Carson Wentz. So, right now, guaranteed, best move out there. If the Eagles did not lock this down before the season started, it was going to be probably one of the worst moves in the world. You know who this is a bad move for? You know who this does not help at all? Lamar Jackson. All right? Because nobody here is getting $230 million guaranteed, and he's looking for $250. Here's another quarterback signing that is not hurting and is not helping Lamar Jackson's case for that lucky $250. But you know what? Jalen, $51 million a year. He's the man. Highest paid quarterback on a yearly basis in the NFL. Great move.
Okay, so you mentioned that Jalen Hurts, was an MVP last year. Last I checked, that was
Close.
Patrick fucking Mahomes.
No, I said it was close to MVP numbers. Close to MVP
Chiefs
numbers.
Kingdom, baby.
Close to
It was
MVP numbers.
Pat Mahomes. It was not Jalen Hurts. Let me ask you this, E-Man. How many Super Bowls has this kid won? How many MVPs has this kid won? The answer, zero.
He just started, dude. He just started.
None. Zero. Zilch, right? So for me, look, I get it. You got to make this move, but was it really Jalen Hurts that led this team to those wins last year? Or was it the addition of A.J. Brown that elevated this kid's game to the next level? So my question is he in the same league as Pat Mahomes or Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson? I can keep going, man. And listen, the Eagles, they had a hell of a year last year. Congratulations. Rode it all the way to the Super Bowl, only to get beat by Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. And here's the thing. Now, that salary cap is going to be all clogged up. And now they're not going to be able to afford guys like Jalen Brown, like all those defensive players, like that amazing offensive line, right? They already lost Miles Sanders, and I get it. Nobody's worried about Miles Sanders, whatever. But, I mean, he's a piece. That kid had a really good year last year. That's just one of many dominoes that will fall over the upcoming seasons for the Philadelphia Eagles. And for me, as a Cowboys fan, I am thrilled that they just reset the market with Jalen Hurts. I love it. I am here for it. This officially is the downfall of the Philadelphia Eagles. And hey, man, he's going to have some really good seasons. And what was it that you said? Yeah, back-to-back 3,000-yard season. Man, that's awesome. I remember as a kid watching Troy Aikman's bum ass do the same thing. 3,000 yards ain't shit in the NFL today. You need to be passing for 5,000 yards in order to command that type of money. I tell you who this is great for, Joe Burrow. Joey Ballgame, because if Jalen Hurts' bum ass just reset the market, I can only imagine what that kid's going to command from the Cincinnati Eagles and Cincinnati Bengals. Sorry. Anyway, all I'm going to say is this. I'm down 0-2. I'm swinging. I'm giving my best bet. Please, British lady, I'm going to pander this time. Give me a damn point. Come on.
Point, Jordan.
You should do the rest of the show with your fucking Vikings hat on, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe she'll take some sympathy on you and give you the rest of the 3 points. That's
didn't work the first time.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go get my Dallas Cowboys, my big old cowboy hat. She liked that back in the offseason when I did it last.
One thing I want to add before we move on to the next topic. Definitely agree with you in regards to helping the Cowboys and also the Giants. Okay, because you're right. This is actually. It's going to benefit both teams because, they're not going to be as talented. Absolutely. They lost a lot of talent, like you mentioned, and some key areas that made that team successful and helped Jalen Hurts. So I think, my Giants are still there in the weeds. Eventually, we're going to land some type of wide receiver alongside Waller. Yeah, man, don't worry about it. The great thing is that they're going to finish third. You guys are going to finish second, and we're going to take the East, all right, the NFC East. Hey. So it works great for everybody, right?
There's like $160 million a year going out to the NFC East quarterbacks, and only like 1.2 million of that is going to the Washington quarterbacks. So Washington, what the hell are y'all doing?
I know, man. That's true, man. They got to pull something out of their ass. All right.
The NBA playoffs underway. We have a few surprises brewing. Were you more shocked at the Lakers taking out the Grizzlies in their first game, or NBA's America's team, the Miami Heat, beating the Milwaukee Bucks? Not even Jordan can fuck this up.
You want to bet?
I mean, go ahead, JT.
Want me to go first?
Yeah, go first, because this is your arena here. This is your boy,
Listen, we already know what the biggest shock here for me is. I already told you guys LeBron James is going to win this first round series. But you know what the bigger surprise to me was? That the Lakers won that first game against the Grizzlies, because that game was kind of close. And I expected LeBron James to just dominate the shit out of this punk ass Grizzlies team, these fake ass wannabe gangbangers who think they're really good basketball players, but really aren't. And my favorite clip of that game, I hope you saw it, man. Desmond Bain was doing what Desmond Bain does, and he was just flapping them gums and flapping them gums. And LeBron James straight up said, fuck this. I'm going to take it. I'm going to shove it down this dude's throat. He got that ball, went right down that court, and dunked all over Desmond Bain's punk ass. Listen, I already thought the Lakers were going to win this series. And now, with Ja Morant potentially missing time, it's a wrap. It's done. It's over. Los Angeles Lakers in 5 at the most.
Nuts. It was a dunk that he attempted to do that was unnecessarily by Ja Morant. Not only he fucked up the team's chances, but he messed up his trigger finger as well. So, you know, he's going to have a hard time coming back from this one. But absolutely the biggest upset, man. You know, come on, man. I mean, all you Bronx sexuals, man, you love LeBron and you own this tip and all this shit, you know. But the biggest freaking upset by 1,000% have to be the Heat. If the Heat beat the Bucks, the best team in the NBA, bro, Jimmy playoff is, you know, Jimmy playoff, postseason Jimmy is for real, baby. You know what I'm saying? He busted everybody's ass last night, you know, against that game. Yeah, I know, Giannis Antetokounmpo had to leave, back spasm and all that crap, but he's looking better. But if the Heat pull this off, absolutely is going to be the biggest upset probably in the history of the NBA. All right. Listen, everybody expects any team that LeBron James is on to win because he is, of course, the self-proclaimed king. He is the second greatest. Yeah, he's the second GOAT. Second GOAT. He's the second GOAT, ring chasing. So wherever he goes, he's expected to win, right? Because he wants to get to that mountaintop and eventually
leading scorer.
Eventually get that 6th chip. You know, he needs more. Anyway, but look, everybody expects him to win. So therefore, regardless of ranking, it's not a big upset. Everybody's expecting the Lakers to beat that fake ass team in the Memphis Grizzlies, right? But if the Heat beat the Bucks, it's going to be considered the greatest upset of all time because the Bucks are that damn good. All right, playoff Jimmy is the man. He is, to me, if he wins this series, he's a better postseason player than LeBron James can ever be in his career. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Playoff Jimmy is for real. That's exactly what it is. This is going to be insane. So if the Heat beat the Bucks, like I said, it will cement Jimmy as probably one of the greatest postseason players of all time. All right, if they pull this one through. And absolutely that. I think he surpasses LeBron James as a greater clutch player because LeBron kind of disappears every once in a while. So, again, it's expected for the Lakers to win. It's expected for the Lakers to win because LeBron James is in the team, regardless of ranking. It is what it is. If he's the greatest of all time, it shouldn't be a surprise. They should win, regardless of ranking. It is what it is, bro. Bigger upset, 1,000% would be the Heat.
Point, Jordan.
That's right. That's right. Don't you come in here hating on the king, and don't you come in hating on the prince, hillbilly Kobe, Austin Reeves either. British lady, give us that final topic.
Well, here we are again. You two jesters are 2-2 and in the Queen's Court. Speaking of jesters, the defending champion Warriors are looking jester-like down 0-2 to the Sacramento Kings. This is the first 0-2 deficit Steph Curry and the Warriors have ever faced. Do they have any chance to rebound and make this a series? Or is it off with their heads in the first round?
Go for it, Elia.
Let me take this one. By the way, AR-15 over there, his name, Austin Reeves, he definitely throws some AKs back there in his backyard, because he probably comes from a big area with a lot of land and shit.
He's a bigger bagger than anybody on the Grizzlies.
So anyway, he had a good game though. Anyway, look, absolutely. I honestly think that the Kings, the Warriors are done. I mean, how far and quickly the mighty has fallen, right? Just in a matter of a year. The Kings' youth, their legs, I mean, they are just way too much for the old Warriors to keep up. Steph Curry's getting clamped as soon as he touches the ball. Double team bringing the ball up. As soon as he touches it, they're double teaming the pick and roll, which is their bread and butter. I mean, Klay is slowly bringing his way up. Jordan Poole is having a horrible postseason. They don't know what to do. I mean, right now, they know they have the freaking Warriors numbers, which I'm very surprised. Now, you got also Draymond being Draymond, which at this point in his career, Draymond Green is not only a liability on offense like he's always been, but also on defense and stupidity. He needs to go. Hurt the team huge last night with that stupid stomping of what's his name? Of
Sabonis.
of Sabonis, the son of Arvidas. So the Warriors are going to get bounced by the Kings. And after this, man, it's time to clean house. It's time for Draymond to move on, get rid of his ass, and Steve Kerr as well. And it's time for new blood to bring to at least salvage what Clay and Steph Curry have left after they get, maybe not swept, but they got to get bounced by the Warriors because they can't win a lick on the fucking road.
Perhaps the worst take I've ever heard in my life is to get rid of Steve Kerr. That is pure blasphemy.
He's
bro.
full of shit.
Here is what I'm going to say. Listen.
He's done.
The Sacramento Kings are the higher seed. They're supposed to win these fucking games. They are supposed to be up 2-0. This ain't anything crazy. Every single playoffs, we see a young team bust out to a 2-0 lead and then get their asses ran over the rest of the way. This is what's going to happen in this series. Steph Curry is going to will his team to victory for the next 4 games. They're going to win this series 4-2. And Draymond already started. He already started by stepping on the chest of not your father's Sabonis, right? We're talking about DeMontis Sabonis. And now that he stepped on the chest, now it's time for Chef Curry to step on the neck. It's already over. The Warriors are absolutely getting out of this first round. And not only that, the NBA is not going to fucking let the Warriors lose to the Kings. I said my piece.
Dude, before we give it to the British lady, I'm telling you right now, man, the only thing that Steph Curry is going to do is will them to the damn fishing tournament, all right? Because just like LeBron James, a team with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in it, they should win regardless of ranking. That's the way it is with GOATs.
This is like
British
deciding
lady.
which of my in-laws I like the best. I do know, however, that our remaining audience would rather watch paint dry. So I'll go ahead and pick Jordan. I dub thee the weekly throwdown champion. Winner, Jordan.
You know, technically, I won this because she gave me an extra point in the first round. Like I got 2 wins, bing, bing. You know, technically, but hey, well, I'll take the loss under the technicality, man. Just like LeBron's bubble championship. You know, it's an asterisk in there.
Sounds like a Jordan fan throwing in some fake ass, like 6-0, blah blah blah.
Bubble
Like the other 10 years didn't count. But listen, Elio, I'm at the top of the mountaintop, and frankly, man, behind every great winner is a great loser, and I couldn't have done it without you. So I want to leave you with this.
Loser, dumb ass Eman.
You got knocked the fuck out. And now it is time for the British lady to acknowledge me. It is my final take, boys and girls. So another great fight by Elio. He came out, he threw some punches. He had a nice start, but you know, champions persevere. Champions overcome all odds. And I just want to stay on this take just one more second on these Golden State Warriors. Yeah, they're down 2-0, but listen, the greats overcome adversity. So not only are they going to overcome, not only is LeBron the king, the greatest to ever do it, James, going to overcome this adversity, but I strongly believe that in this NBA season that these punk-ass Phoenix Suns are also going to get clamped by who, what, when, where, Kawhi Leonard, and he's going to overcome that adversity as well. So these NBA playoffs, man, they're already fire. It is setting up to be some series for the ages. I cannot wait to watch this completely, or to be completed. I think that we are going to see one of the best matchups in the NBA Finals. I'm not sure if it's going to be Golden State. I'm not sure if it's going to be LeBron, but one of those teams is going to get to 5, or LeBron versus Curry. One of those guys is going to get to 5. And man, all of those Jordan sexuals out there, they're going to start really feeling the heat. So that's all I got for you, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Fantasy Sports Corporation everywhere. We've got Twitter, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, got a website coming out. Find us on YouTube. All of you people on Rumble, thanks for watching us live. Make sure you download the Underdog Fantasy, and don't forget, use our code Throwdown, and we will throw down 100 US American dollars towards your first $100 deposit. We'll see you next week on the Weekly Throwdown.
Man, I said, Eman. Acknowledge him.